The story of Persephone, Demeter, and Hecate has been fascinating me for some time, and so I wonder whether you would like to sit with a cup of coffee or tea maybe and join me in the heroine's journey. You see Zeus, the father, and Hades, perhaps over a drink or three. Some cards maybe concocted a plan that Persephone was to become the bride of Hades. This trickery decided by these men was the beginning of the story. And so Persephone, we see her in the meadow, tending to all things growing, for that was her role as goddess of all things above ground. Along came Hades in his chariot and perhaps charmingly seduced her and inevitably brought her into the underworld and fed her some pomegranate seeds, keeping her tied to the underworld and seemingly not free to be she. Unknowingly, poor Demeter, the mother, searched high and low for her daughter, the maiden, and in perhaps a desperate plea, put out a call far and wide, and along came Hecate, the crone, the wise one, the fearless, the courageous part of the trilogy is she. She had no qualms about journeying into the underworld, for she had journeyed there many times, and no stranger to this world was she. She looked fear, keeper of the underworld, straight in the eye with a glint of knowing that he had no choice but to let her and Demeter through. And rejoicingly they found Persephone, now queen of the underworld was she. No longer maiden, yet with that innocence and compassion of one who had journeyed through the fires of hell and come through, not just through, but rising into her true role as, I wish to say, keeper of the underworld, for she became Hecate, enlightening the world for souls to journey through the underworld. So full of compassion and love was she. And Hecate, Demeter, and Persephone struck a bargain with Hades so that Persephone could live in the above world for spring and summer, for all things to grow, whilst Hecate took her place. And in the autumn and the winter, as we now know, that is when Persephone journeys into the underworld. And so this, for me, is the story of all heroines. The traveling from above to below, the journey, the learnings, the surrender and knowing that we are all three, maiden, mother, and crone, the trilogy, the innocence, the compassion, and unending love, and the wisdom and the intuition is all inside, you see. And so I have crafted, lovingly, a beautiful set of Persephone, the maiden, Demeter, copper, and Hecate, and yet, as I mentioned before, not only are we one, however, we are all three bound together through destiny and love and passion and courage and ferociousness. Are we all three bound together, never alone, always journeying together? The trilogy of queens, goddesses, and heroines, are we? So I invite you to remember that you too are the heroine of your story. And how would you like this to be? It is your story to write.